Hey, are you home? Open up.
Tina? Where are you?
Right in front of your house. How long are you going to make me wait?
I'm sorry, were we expecting you today?
No! Do I need a reason to come to my son's house? Is that what you're implying?
No. I'm out, so I can't come to the door. We weren't expecting any visits.
Work? Your office is near the house, right? Come over here immediately.
I can't. It doesn't work that way. Please understand.
So you're telling me to wait hours for you to come home? How dare you?
You know I work full-time. You're the one coming unannounced. Wouldn't you think it's obvious that you're in the wrong?
None of your cheeky business.
Whatever. I still can't be there right now. I have to earn a living. Call your son.
I can't get through with my son. That's why I'm here, isn't it?
We didn't ask of you.
What?
Your son's home, by the way. Wake him up if you please. He'll let you in.
What? Wake him up? Is he still sleeping?
He was out late and came home in the morning. He was drinking, so I don't think he'll be up till afternoon.
He was out that long? Oh my boy, he must be so stressed.
I guess so? Is there malice in what you're saying?
Of course, I'm saying you're the one responsible. My son never took a sip of alcohol until he married you. You must be a bad influence to him, stressing him out.
Are you saying that our marriage is the cause of his stress?
It must be least affecting him somehow, living far away from me, never allowed to see his parents. He must be having a hard time.
I always tell him that he can go wherever or whenever as much as he pleases. As a matter of fact, he actually visits you every weekend.
And what is wrong with that? You won't let him be free to come back home.
Okay, I never said that. He was out drinking with his friends last night. He's not sleeping in because he's stressed. He's just tired because he stayed up the night.
Even so, his drinking habit is all because of you. You're owning to this stress.
I seriously doubt that. He seems to be living a stress-free lifestyle as far as I know.
What are you talking about?
Anyways, it's not a good idea for you to be at the front door for so long, and I can't be there, so please kill the time or go on home.
Wait, can't you bring me the keys over lunch break or something?
What's the meaning of a lunch break if I don't get any break? I need to eat.
No, you don't. You think lunch is more important than me?
As I said, you can go home. I'm not getting off until 5 p.m.
How dare you? To think I came for nothing.
You should have called beforehand or talked to your son. I can only be at home on the weekends.
I know that, but you should get off work on the days I come.
I didn't know you were coming, okay?
I just got a text. He's woken up.
Oh, good for you.
I'll be waiting inside till you come back. Come home soon.
What? You don't need to wait up for me. Are you there, Tina? Tina, how long are you intending to stay?
As long as I want. It's my right as a mother.
That may be so, but it's draining our schedule.
How rude! My son says he has still 3 days off. I'm planning to stay for the time being. You don't mind, do you?
No, but would your husband be okay alone?
I don't care about him. He keeps on complaining on everything I do. I think it's the best for us if I just never went back, you know.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, I would come live with you two. That will teach my husband a lesson.
I don't think that's a good idea. Did you two fight?
Not a fight to be exact. I said to him that we should live in with our son and make for their own good. He objects.
Haha, that's the reason of the fight.
Yes, so it clearly involves you. But then, he was really mean to me. Let the newlyweds have their space, he says.
Right, now I get it.
I'm just concerned about your future. What if one of us gets sick? Or if you have grandchildren? We should be supporting each other, don't you think?
I think that doesn't mean we should live together in the same house.
What are you talking about? Your husband is my only son. He is the one who will take care of us in our old age. Our grandchild is our precious heir. I need to supervise your parenthood, or else who knows how the poor child will end up.
Even if we have children, they will be our child before your grandchild. I will bring him up how I would want to.
No way. I can't allow that. This is why you are not suitable for my son.
Suitable?
A bride's only job is to deliver a baby. Bringing up a child should be done by the groom's experienced parents. My husband and I will make the child a proud heir.
I have never heard such a thing. So you're saying you're going to take away my child from me?
Yes. You're working full-time anyways and won't have time to care. And if there's a possibility you would quit your job after childbirth, all the pressure is on our son.
I have every right to bring up my own child. You can take them away from me. It's not normal.
Oh, but it is. You just don't understand it.
What you're saying is, my husband and his sister was brought up by their grandparents as well.
Not in their case. I didn't have a job.
What? Then I'll quit mine.
Huh?
If your husband brought food to the table and you nurtured the children at home, it won't be that different for your son to work and for me to be a stay-at-home wife.
You're not listening to me. This will be a burden for him.
It's a burden for me too. I have to take care of someone's life at home.
Stop squibbling, you.
I don't intend on having a child I can't parent. We're not stable enough as it is.
You're already 27. When I was your age, I already gave birth to 2.
Different times and different measures. If we had twice the income and savings, then we might think about having children.
How come you don't have enough savings? You both work jobs.
You don't know? Figures. I've been trying to tell you, your son's unemployed.
Don't lie to me. That isn't possible. It's your fault you can't manage the books. You must be on a spending spree or something.
I only get my hair done twice a year. I work full-time every day.
And I? On a spending spree? What kind of meds are you on? I heard from my own son. He's been working so hard and you make him do house chores.
Huh? Who's working so hard?
My son.
He's lying to you. He spends his day playing games and the least he can do is housework. I think it will be good for him.
That's enough. You don't get a say in what your husband does.
If he doesn't want to do the chores, then tell him to go get a job and earn more than me. I don't want any part in this argument.
You'll regret this. I'm telling you.
If you say so. I don't care in the slightest. I'm going back to work.
Wait, we're not done yet. Are you there, Mick? Is it true you're going to be away this weekend on a business trip?
Yes.
Then I'll stay over again this week while you're gone. My son and I need some bonding together.
Your son said he'll be out drinking with his friends. Won't be back till morning again.
I already talked to him about that.
Okay, sure. Do whatever you want.
I don't need your permission. It's my son's house. I need to check. You're only home on Sunday, right?
That's the plan. I was thinking of popping to check in on my parents and be back by Sunday afternoon.
Is that so? Why don't you stay with them for a while? It's closer to your office too.
There will be too much luggage and my files are back at the house, so I need to come home anyways.
Oh, come on and have some time for yourself. My son and I are planning to declutter the house on Sunday. You know how he hoards stuff in his room.
We were talking that I should get on with it while I'm there. Oh, very well. I can help. It's okay. You're always tired. We'll handle everything. Think of it as a small getaway. Me? Tired? A getaway? You said you were busy with work. It'll get dusty and noisy when we're cleaning. It's better for all of us. What are you up to? I'm not up to anything. You make me seem hateful. I was honestly just trying to help. Right. I'll take you up on the offer. I'll pack my things for the weekend and take them with me on a trip. I'll see you Monday then. Wonderful. Take as much time as you want. It still feels weird. I can't explain it. What is going on? Oh, you're back. How was the trip? Please explain. There's no explanation. It's as it seems. My son and I moved out. What? If you desperately want us to come back, apologize for what you've done. Beg for it in tears. We might consider. What will it be? What do I need to apologize for? How can you be so selfish? You're the one that's selfish, disregarding both your husband and I. Won't have any children, always working and never cared for the family. It's as if you're wearing the pants in this house. You know there's a logic reason. I don't care about your reasoning. You want your husband back? Let all of us live together as a family. What? If you accept, then we'll tell you where we are. I guess I'll never find out then. What? For the life of me, I don't give a damn about your whereabouts, but it will be inconvenient to live on like this. Can you have your son sign the divorce papers? Wait a minute, you aren't seriously letting us go? Dead serious. Actually, it's a dream come true. I finally get the parasite out of my life. Huh? You are the parasite, the good-for-nothing wife. Nuh-uh, your son can't hold down a job. You aren't capable of listening anything that I say, barging into my house and linger for days. Hold down who? Your son. I already told you. He's a damn couch potato. I have never heard of this. Why don't you look back at all of our texts? I explained it to you because you were so persistent. We talked about the house chores, don't you remember? My son hasn't told me anything. He did threaten me not to tell his parents. I tried to keep quiet, but I've reached my limit. I can't keep his ego in check for him. Some useless ego he has. Are you making fun of him? Not only him. You too, Tina. What? My brilliant son, my apple in my eye. If only he didn't marry her. And so on. It makes me laugh. Your son is a no good man than you think. Have you no shame, harassing us like that? Who's harassing who? You never cared about a word I said. That's because you never fully explained anything. I did, but you didn't believe me. No, you choose to speak so we can't comprehend. Fine, I'll start from the top. Keep your eyes and ears open this time, okay? Huh? Your son quit his job 3 months ago. Since then, he hasn't looked for a new employment and became the loser couch potato that he is. Who are you calling a loser? Your precious son, of course. I'm the one bringing food to the table, working my ass off morning to night. I paid for your living while you stayed with us. You see how it won't help me or you financially if you lived with us? I don't believe you. My son can't be. I was waiting for him to get on his knees and beg for mercy while he would hunt on a job. But that never happened, and even allowed you to manipulate our lives. The nerve. Wait, wouldn't it be beneficial for you to live with us? How would it be beneficial? More people equal more chores. I have never seen you help us in the house, like doing the laundry or cleaning the dishes. I just thought I should respect not to touch others' belongings. Respect?
You talk of respect when you barge in your son's house unannounced? You care about that? Well, Besides, you just went back to your own house, didn't you? Judging by the heavier belongings that are still here, my guess is that you couldn't afford to have someone carry them. Your son's unemployed and he doesn't have the money, not even to get a new place. I don't understand. This is the part where you beg us for our forgiveness. No way. If you want things done the way you want it, turn your personality around 180 degrees and have your son find a job for God's sake. It's your job as a wife to support your husband. Just because you have a job, big deal. And I supported him for months. That's what you're supposed to do. Well, I can't take any more responsibility in what he does. Good luck finding a suitor who can endure a loser of a husband and his blood-sucking mother. I highly doubt there will be one. You're not serious about the divorce? Of course I am. You started this war. I was only taking a chance. To be honest, I'm really happy. It's like the trash took itself out. By the way, I had the locks changed, so don't bother coming to visit. Why would you do that? That's still my son's house. Actually, no. It's my house. I bought it when I was still living on my own, and I have a strict policy. No losers allowed. Screw you! You'll regret what you've done. Don't worry. I won't. I'm starting a new life for myself and only myself. You're leaving your husband for good? That's what I'm saying this whole time. I give up. Have fun bonding together. If I don't get the signed divorce papers in a week, expect to see me in court. Brace yourselves. Court? Wait, you can't embarrass us that way. Then, have the papers ready in a week. Oh, and there's no property worth splitting in this house, so don't expect to get anything from me. It's time you start paying for your keep. Huh? Hold on a second. Hey, are you listening to me? Mick!
Few hours later, there were some disturbances caused by two people outside of my house, so I got the father-in-law to pick them up. He put his foot down on them. The divorce papers arrived several days later, so I sent them the remaining possessions, and I myself moved out of that house. Being alone gave me the opportunity to save up. Now I can have the luxury to spend money on myself. I had a little regret on not getting rid of those parasites long ago. But you only live life once, and I want to give life to the fullest from now on.
Hey, I heard that you were going to be getting married from Mom. So, tell me, who's the lucky guy? Probably some poor sap really down on his luck, huh?
Hey there, sis. Glad to see that you're as rude as ever. I guess that means you must be doing well then, right?
So it is true. Are you really going to be getting married? What's the person like? I bet they're just some scammer after your money. Who else would want to marry you?
Can you please just cut it out already, Teresa? I mean, we haven't talked in ages and this is how you greet your little sister? I thought you might have been just a little more excited to hear that I was getting married. Or is it that your life is going so horribly that you have nothing better to do but take others down?
You wish that were the case, dork. I just want to remind you that no matter how hard you try, you'll never be happy. Especially not as happy as I am with my amazing husband. You're just a bottom-dwelling piece of trash and nothing is going to change that.
Okay, did you message me because you wanted to talk about something, or is this it? Because I never remember even asking you to message me for anything. If you want to congratulate me on my wedding, then do so and leave me alone.
Oh, right, that reminds me. I heard about where it was that you were going to be holding your wedding.
I guess news really does travel fast these days, doesn't it?
You really think that your wedding is going to be good enough to make it worth holding at a place like that? What are you, a moron or something?
What are you even talking about, Teresa? If you have a problem with where I'm holding my wedding, then you should just come out and say it. Why are you even acting like this anyways? We're both adults, but sometimes it feels like I'm the only one who acts like it.
Oh, really? You think you're so much more mature than me, huh? Well, I think that you're just getting upset because you know that what I'm saying is true.
I really don't think that at all. Like, even one bit.
All I'm saying is that the place you got for your wedding is way too good for the likes of you. And just how many people are you going to be inviting anyways? You seriously need to learn your place.
Wait a second. Are you just mad about where I'm getting married because it's in a bigger venue than where you did?
Don't be ridiculous. Do you really think I would let myself be bothered by something so stupid? I just think that you're getting a bit uppity and need to stay where you belong.
Oh, I see. Well, in that case, I don't think there's anything to be worried about. My fiancé made the reservations, and I think most of the guests there are going to be his anyways. He was going to be inviting friends and family, but also some people from his work as well as business partners. Does that make you feel better about the whole thing?
So what? Your husband works for some kind of big company or something like that? Is that your way of trying to brag about him to me?
No, he doesn't work for a company or anything like that at all.
Wait, what? So then he's just a freelancer or something like that then?
No, he's not that either. He just invests in the stock market and makes money that way. I don't really know all the details personally.
Wait, what? Is that the best you could come up with? So, basically, you're getting married to some small-time freelancer, and you think I'm not going to go after you for that.
Well, it would certainly mean a lot to me if you didn't bully me for who I'm going to marry. I don't really see how who I marry or where I do is really any concern of yours. So I think you'd be better off just not worrying about that at all.
You really are a stupid little girl, do you know that? Sometimes I wish I could live in the fantasy world that you've made for yourself.
I'm sorry, Teresa, but putting down others isn't going to change anything about your own life. Maybe you should just worry about your own stuff and leave me alone. Anyways, when I have more details about the wedding, I'll let you know. But don't think you're under any obligation to be there. I would hate for you to lower yourself just for me.
I found out who your husband is, Max.
What are you talking about this time, Teresa?
I really couldn't believe that it was him when I saw what he was wearing while going out into town. You really did marry some lowly little freelancer, didn't you?
Teresa, I really think you have no idea what you're even talking about.
No. I went around to where you live and I saw your husband going out. At first I was like, is that really her husband? I mean, I thought that you didn't have any sense of fashion, but this guy looked like he might have been homeless or something. Just what state could your home be in, I wonder?
Well, he works at home and was probably just going out to buy some lunch for himself. Is that really so weird to do? And just what are you doing coming around where I live to spy on us? That's pretty creepy, you know?
Creepy? How is it creepy for your older sister to see how you're living?
Well, I guess I don't really mind since we're going to be moving out soon, but still, can you quit creeping around us?
I knew it! I knew that you were too embarrassed to tell me about your husband because he's just some shut-in slob. Do our parents know that you're marrying this guy?
I didn't think I needed their permission to marry who I want. But what I do want is for you to quit creeping around my house and spying on me.
Man, I sure am glad that I married the man that I did. If I married some creepy-looking loser like you, I don't know how I would live with myself.
You seriously just need to learn to mind your own business and stay out of mine.
Hey there, sis. Just wanted to let you know that we won't be showing up to your wedding today.
Are you kidding me? The wedding starts in 10 minutes, Teresa.
That sounds like a you problem. You should just be grateful that I said anything to you at all. I know all about how you're just holding this wedding to scam people via wedding gifts. You just want everyone to buy you expensive stuff so that you can go and sell it all online and make a little money, huh? Well, my husband and I are just sitting here laughing at the state of your life right now.
And just where in the world did you get the idea that that was happening? It seems to me like you're very quick to judge about things you know nothing about. But are you seriously not going to show up to my wedding at all? Did you seriously just last minute cancel on your own sister's wedding?
It sure seems that way, doesn't it? But this is what you get for forgetting your place and trying to be something that you're not.
Well, thank you so much for texting me to remind me of that. And fine, don't show up. Have it your way.
I bet you two are dressed in just some of the shabbiest wedding clothes ever known to man. I can almost see it now. Man, what a sad, pathetic sight it's got to be.
Well, then don't bother coming. It sounds to me like you've already made up your mind about that.
I bet we're not the only ones who canceled. Who would even want to be there for you anyways?
Well, actually, things are going great, and there are even a few famous people at this great venue we booked. So we don't want or need your company.
Famous people? Is that supposed to be a joke?
No, it's not a joke. In fact, I just want you to know that I don't even think of you as my sister anymore. So even if you tried to come in, you wouldn't be able to. If you're curious for answers, maybe you should Google my husband's name and see what comes up.
Max, what the heck is the meaning of all this, huh? Why aren't I being let into your wedding? What the heck is going on?
I already told you that you wouldn't be able to get in if you tried, didn't I?
But you were being serious about that?
Of course I was. I didn't want you here ruining the day, not just for me, but for Mom and Dad, too. And just what are you doing showing up so late to my wedding anyways?
What am I doing? I want to know what you're doing. You said your husband was an investor, but when I Googled him, a bunch of TV clips came up where he's being interviewed about the market. I had no idea he was such a big deal in the finance world. Even I've heard of him, and I don't even follow that kind of news.
Okay, well, thank you for telling me that, but what do you want me to do about it? You already knew what he looked like when you were spying on us, although he normally isn't dressed like that when he goes on TV.
But I had no idea what he even looked like, much less what he looked like in street clothes. And I had no idea that you were going to be marrying such a rich guy. But that means that you have to just be marrying him for his money, right? This is all just part of a big plot of yours, isn't it?
Can you please just give it a rest already, Teresa?
What do you mean by that?
I mean that I work as an editor for a rather large business magazine. That's how we met. We bonded over mutual interests, and now we're getting married, and that's it.
But you're really just after him for his money, right? You should have introduced me to him when you met him. I'm a way better match for him than you are.
You literally had no idea who he was until just a moment ago. Can you please stop acting like you're owed anything?
But it isn't fair! I'm way prettier than you! Why do you get a husband like that?
I don't know what you want me to say to that. He is marrying me because he loves me, and that's that. If anyone is thinking about marrying someone just for the money, it's you. You had no interest in my fiancé at all until you found out who he really was. Don't try and lump me in with people like you.
What do you mean? Why are you being so mean to me? I didn't even do anything.
Except that you've been putting down my husband while knowing nothing about him, despite the fact that you've also been stalking us like a creep. So if you want to know why you're not being let into our wedding, you can start there.
But you're my sister? I have to be there at your wedding.
I thought I already told you that you aren't my sister anymore. I want nothing to do with you ever again. Got it?
You think you can treat me like this just because you're getting married to a rich guy? Well, I'll just steal him right from under you. What do you think of that?
I think that you're talking nonsense and you don't even realize what you're saying. And that's just another reason why we're not letting you in. You're just here to make a big scene and ruin my wedding.
But I haven't even done anything wrong. How can you just accuse me like that?
We literally hired security for our wedding with you showing up and trying to do something like you are right now in mind. All you're doing is embarrassing yourself right now. Why don't you save some of your pride and just go home already, Teresa?
But this isn't fair! I got dressed up and came all the way here, and now you're telling me that you're not going to let me in? It's outrageous. How could you do this to me? All I did was cancel at the last minute. Is that really so bad?
I think that you only have yourself to blame for all of this, and that it's not fair for you to act like I'm being unfair right now. Just leave and save yourself more embarrassment. You're being filmed by the security cameras, you know.
But I really want to go to your wedding now that I knew famous people are going to be there. You have to introduce me to someone, please.
Aren't you married?
Forget about that. What about after the wedding is over? Is there going to be a reception somewhere? Maybe I can just meet you all there, right? Please tell me where to go.
Just go home already, Teresa. You know, this wedding might show up in some newspapers somewhere. Can you please just go before people find out that we're related? You're going to embarrass me and our family.
Excuse me. I'm going to embarrass our family. How dare you look down on me like that? Who do you think you are? You know, Mom and Dad reached out to me after I told you I wasn't going to your wedding, and they told me to never contact them again. You're trying to cut me out of your life when I didn't even do anything. My life's falling apart right now, and it's all your fault. You have to help me out somehow.
Why should I help you out with anything when this is all your fault?
What do you mean by that? That doesn't make any sense.
I really don't know what you even think I can do for you at this point. There are already rumors flying around the wedding about the crazy lady asking to be let in. There would be no point in joining the wedding now. The best you can do is just turn around and go home to save face. All you're doing now is making yourself look bad.
I'm the one making me look bad. You've got some nerve telling that to me. This is all your fault, you little brat.
I don't have time for this anymore. I know that you've built yourself up by tearing me down, but I am not going to stand for it anymore. I am cutting you out of my life. Please never, ever contact me again. Just leave me alone, Teresa.
But what about the wedding? I still want in. You can't just turn me away like this. I'm really sorry for canceling last minute, but please?
I've already given you my answer. Now please go home and get out of my life. After that, I just started ignoring my sister's texts. As she got more and more frustrated with not being let into the venue, she began acting out more and more. It got to the point where people began filming her antics and uploading them online, where she became somewhat viral. Her newfound popularity from screaming to be let inside of this celebrity wedding was enough to affect her husband, who was quickly identified after she went viral. It didn't take long after that for him to ask Teresa for a divorce. With no husband or family willing to talk to her, Teresa was left all alone. I'm sure she tried reaching out to me for help, but I had already blocked her on all social media, and she had no way of contacting me. Teresa hadn't worked since getting married and so had no savings of her own to speak of. I really have no idea what happened to her since then, but I've put her behind me and have concentrated on my own happiness with my loving husband and parents.
Hey, Zoe! Do you know who my fiance is?
Why would I know? Because you haven't contacted me for years.
Whatever. Anyways, answer my question! Do you know who my fiance is?
I do not, and I don't care.
I was going to tell you anyways, but my husband is the CEO of a big company.
Oh, that's cool.
Have you seen commercials for that company? I can't believe that I'm going to marry the CEO of that company.
Doesn't it only air on local channels, though?
Are you jealous or something? You probably are because you're still single in your 30s and all you do is work at a factory every day.
Wow, did you contact me because you wanted to brag about this? It's embarrassing, so you should stop doing that, you know.
Why would I listen to a loser like you? I have an idea. Why don't you get your life together or something? You're already in your 30s.
Shut up! Oh my god, can you go talk to someone else?
Sure. I have a lot of friends unlike you because I'm not the kind of person who just goes to work and comes home.
You don't even know what I do for a living, do you?
Don't care. Speaking of working, I quit my job after I dated him, so I'm a stay-at-home wife. I feel like I won in life because it's every woman's dream to be one.
Are you done? I'm already pissed off with prices getting higher, so I don't really give a fuck who you marry or whatever you need to say to me, okay? Bye.
You know what? This is why you're still a loser and single.
I'm so glad I'm not one of those narrow-minded people who think the only value in life is getting married. I'm just living my life, and my number one goal is not to be a bitch who brags about her fiancé to everyone. 2 weeks later.
I am done with you, Zoe.
What do you mean?
You don't need to send money to me anymore, and don't come home, okay?
Why?
Did I say something confusing?
Yes, because I'm so confused right now.
I don't want anything to do with you because you've done something for me? I don't think so.
You're exactly like Claire. Wow.
Should I tell you the difference between you and Claire? You have no common sense, and you talk too much shit. Claire, on the other hand, is feminine, elegant, and even found a great person to marry. I'm so proud of her.
Looks matter, doesn't it? But wasn't I sending you 1.5 grand every month, unlike Claire? Don't you think that I'm more respectful than her?
Seriously? It's just $1,500. You're happy with that?
Yes, and I think that I'm something to be able to send you money every month.
Your dad sent me 3 grand, by the way.
He was rich, that's why. I'm really surprised that you used all of his inheritance. How can you spend all of it? What the hell did you buy?
You know what? I'm wasting my time talking to you, so don't ever contact me again, okay? Claire is going to marry into a rich family, so I don't need you in my life anymore.
Okay, then I won't send you any more money.
Sure, no problem.
Don't come crying to me later on, okay? I don't think Claire will help you, though.
What? Who is this? Sorry, but I don't know you.
Are you serious? This is so kindergarten.
I don't know who this is, so I'm going to block you.
Thank you, I appreciate it. A month later. Why are you calling me? I thought you didn't know me.
Zoe, I want to be a family again, so can you please send me money again? And can it be 2 grand instead of a 1,500?
Are you serious?
Why? I'm letting you be part of a family again.
What were you thinking when I was sending you money before? Did you think I was some kind of freak that wanted to help you? I helped you because you're my one and only mother, but since you decided to tell me that you don't need me anymore, I guess I'm a stranger to you.
So that means you're not going to help me.
Exactly!
What the hell? I can't believe this. I'm your mother.
Who will listen to a bitch like you?
Excuse me? Watch your mouth.
Why do you want me to send you money again now anyways? Let me guess. Is it Claire? I told you she won't help you.
Isn't it common for kids to send parents money? Also, she doesn't come home and hasn't introduced me to her fiancé yet.
Oh, that really sucks. I guess she didn't love you like I do.
Yeah, so can you send me money again? I need help because I can't pay the rent.
Sorry, but I can't do that. Even for a CEO, sending you 1.5 grand every month is pretty hard.
Wait, what? CEO?
Yeah, I'm the CEO of a small-scaled factory in town. No one knew about this because no one cared. Did you think a normal worker could send you that much?
Hey, if you're telling the truth, you will be able to send me money again, right?
Are you serious? Do you think I'm going to do that after all of this? Absolutely not. Why don't you go work or beg Claire?
Claire won't send it to me, plus she asked me to pay for half of the wedding.
What?
She said that I need to help her because I'm her mother. The wedding is going to be big, so it's going to cost 100 grand in total.
Wow, I don't know what to say, but I'm so embarrassed to be part of this family. So, are you going to pay?
There is no way I can pay 50 grand. When I said that, she told me that if I don't, she'll cut ties with me.
I'm not surprised. Oh, I think that's the cost you need to pay them, because you're going to live with them, right? Well, it doesn't matter to me, though.
I thought you would be happy to be part of the family again. Are you just going to leave me to die?
Just wondering, why are you tough to me but not to Claire? Can't believe you changed attitudes with me and her. Actually, you know what? We are strangers, so you don't need to answer that.
Wait!
A few weeks later.
Is it true that you testified to the police about my fiancé's company?
I just answered what I knew. Isn't it a terrible thing to advertise false info of parts and selling that? He wanted to hide about this, but since I knew about it, I confessed it for him.
Why do you have all the details?
I'm the CEO of a small-scale factory in town, so I know everything about your husband's company. I knew there was something about him because his commercials were wrong on so many levels. He's even hated by everyone in the industry, and I think it's a matter of time before he fades away.
What? CEO? Stop joking around. Hey, I can't marry him because of you. How can you do this to me?
Why does everyone in this family blame me? Isn't your fiancé the bad guy? He's lucky that this was discovered before any accidents happened. The cost of collection is tens of billions of dollars, right? That really sucks for both of you.
You ruined our lives.
It's not my fault, you know. Oh, about Mom, she's crying that she has no money and how you won't help her.
Tell her I'm not going to because I'm fucked. I need to pay for the wedding fee, and if he gets arrested, there's no way I can pay for the rent. What should I do?
Don't know and don't care. Your life will be hell from now on, so good luck with that. An hour later.
Zoe? Is everything true? Claire's marriage is ruined?
Yeah, so?
Since Claire really hates you right now, why don't you come back?
What?
I'm asking you to come back. Claire will never forgive you, but I will always be on your side, I promise.
What the hell is wrong with you? Hell no, you are so creepy, so I'm gonna block you.
Wait, hold on. Please help me. I can't pay the rent, so I might get kicked out. Can't you at least let me borrow rent money?
What? Who is this? Sorry, but I don't know you. After the incident, my mom was kicked out of the house because she couldn't pay rent. Looks like she went on a shopping spree and spent a lot before Claire got married because she thought she'd be rich. Of course, she couldn't pay the bill, so she got into debt, and since she has no job and no house, I wonder how she's paying for it. Claire needs to pay for the wedding cancellation fee, but she has no money, so she's also in debt now. I don't know where Claire is right now, but there is a possibility that she's with someone fishy again. Since Claire's former fiancé's company went bankrupt, a lot of places began to ask us for parts, and I plan on being careful and not selling defective parts.
Nova, that boyfriend of yours is way too simple of a man. The fact that you're going out with a man like that just goes to show you have no idea what you're doing. Luckily, I was able to come in and help you guys out.
Jen, I seriously can't believe you right now. Why did you come and kiss Fred like that? You know that Fred and I have been dating for a little while now, right?
That's why I'm saying it's best that someone like you give up on him. I get that I'm a really cute woman and all, but didn't you just see your boyfriend falling for me just then?
You're the one that's behind all of this, not him.
Stop making things out to be more crazy when they're not. I haven't done anything at all besides show up to see the both of you. But of course, going out to see you guys having some drinks together, well, I guess a few things just happened to happen, right? And one of those things being your boyfriend falling for a woman like me.
Why exactly were you coming out to find Fred and I while we were having drinks together? Tell me, why are you even getting involved with the two of us at all right now?
I have no other choice. He was the one that said he wanted to see me sometime while out having drinks. So I couldn't just say no to that, so I decided I'd come out and meet you both.
Have you ever heard of such a thing as leaving a couple be when it comes to things like this? Just because he said he wanted to see you sometime doesn't mean you should be going out to see him when he's with me. So far, it seems that neither of you care about how I feel in this situation at all.
Well, I was just there to say hi. But then we both started to get a little bit too drunk and, well, we couldn't control ourselves at that point. Also, what's so bad about me kissing him once or twice on the lips? That only improves his value, right? Nova, I think you're just a stick in the mud right now. Why can't you just open up a little and have some fun like us two are?
That's unbelievable, the way you think about this.
Who cares? You and I are close to one another. Don't get so upset about me wanting you to share your man a little. And by the way, I shouldn't be blamed for this anyway. Fred should be the person that you're upset with, right? He's going out with you right now, yet he leaned in for that kiss with me.
Either way, I feel you both are to blame. And because of this, I'm breaking up with Fred. You can have him all you want now, if that's really what you've been after. You be like my successor or something.
What? I don't need him. I don't want a man who thinks it's okay to kiss other women while he has a girlfriend. To me, he needs to get a grip on what it means to be a proper man. I think I can find myself a better man than him, and I already know a few who could suit me.
You're kidding me, right? You were the one that was just kissing him at the bar the other night.
It's not my fault that Fred fell for my looks and came at me. Fred only started to look decent while going into college, right? Maybe he thinks now that because he's good looking, he can do whatever he wants with women. Which means when he heard a cute woman's voice like mine saying hi to him, he went right for me. I guess he's not used to being good looking yet, which is freaking uncool.
You were the one that allowed him to start kissing you though, right?
And I'm saying that that was fine. I'm not going to take a man like him as my boyfriend, though. If he were to get married, then he'd be a danger to me, jumping on other women like that. And the same thing goes for you. So you should be thankful that I came out then and was able to show you the true man that Fred is.
I'm really tired of you always changing your reasoning for things on me. Just leave this all be now.
Nova, listen to this. That woman is really pissed off right now.
What woman are you talking about? What happened?
You know who I'm talking about. I'm talking about Jen. That bitch was totally fine with taking other women's men, but once it happened to herself, she totally lost it and went off the deep end. What the actual hell is wrong with her? She's such a frickin' jerk.
Hey, you're getting pretty worked up over her now. What happened? Did you talk to her boyfriend again or something like that? Get her all angry?
That's right. That freak is totally screwed in the head, right? She seems to think of herself as someone we all need to respect, and yet, does she really think that I'd want such a stupid man as that who thinks that Jen is actually worth dating? Hell no.
Honestly, I can agree with you on that.
I remember when you told me about what she did with your boyfriend at the time. And then she went on to say it was totally okay because you both were close and that she didn't want him anyway, right? She was laughing about the fact that she went and kissed a stranger's boyfriend. Yet when her boyfriend is talking to another woman about some light topic, she's going to freak out. She's mental.
Yeah, she really is. And thank you for reminding me of all that.
I'm sorry. It's just I'm so shocked by the way she thinks she can act. I don't want anything to do with her anymore. Why did I have to end up getting a job at the same place her boyfriend is working at?
True. That was some really unfortunate luck on your end. There really is no way for you to avoid her now unless you went and quit your job there. It is just a part-time job.
And to make things worse, she's trying to get back at me now for what happened. She sends me all sorts of pictures and videos of her and her boyfriend making out to try and get me all jealous. I'm actually going to vomit after seeing all of them. Is she actually that freaking toxic about men? What is she thinking, sending a random stranger videos of them both in bed making out like that?
She was trying to do things like that with me before, so I went ahead and just muted all the notifications that came from her. That way I didn't have to think about her anymore and wouldn't be obligated to take a look at what she sent. I should just block her, but I'm sure that doing that would only make things worse, and I think the same thing would go for you both.
Seriously? I love the fact that you just mute people without a care in the world. Makes me laugh. But hey, that's a really smart thing to do. There's no reason to be looking at all her texts and crap, right?
That's exactly right. Because no matter what she's doing, everything that I have to see and hear from her damages me. And if she were to keep that stuff going on for the rest of my life, then she'd really be ruining my joy. I really want nothing to do with her. At all.
I I can see that, and the same goes for me. There really is no reason for any of us to be bothered by her. Man, when everyone is against a woman like that, then it really is just worth ignoring her for the rest of time.
I don't ever want to have to talk to her or see her again, ever. Even after what happened between her and I before, I can just tell that if she were to see me again, she would act like nothing ever happened and try to be friends. And I don't want any part of that bull crap. Seriously, I want to know what is mentally wrong with her.
Wait, do you think that she's doing all that on purpose? Now that I think about it, I am a little interested in learning if she's acting like that on purpose or if it's just a mental disability that she has. Could it be that she thinks what she's doing is totally okay and that it's the rest of us who are wrong? Maybe she's just so insecure of herself that she has to take those insecurities out on others to make herself feel bigger.
Now you're really thinking. And yeah, I think the same thing.
Your wedding is coming up really soon here, Nova. Man, I am so happy to see that you found yourself such a handsome and loving man to marry. You have a wonderful marriage with that older man.
He's only a year older than me, but thank you. I never thought that I'd become so attached to the guy, to the point that I was thinking he's the only guy for me, and is. This whole marriage thing happened so quickly that it doesn't even feel like we dated one another before this. Well, I'm glad that I'm here with him forever now. Now I don't have to worry about finding myself a man anymore.
That's true. By the way, about your wedding that's coming up, you made sure not to invite Jen, right?
Jen, you think I'd invite that bitch to my wedding? I literally have 0 reasons to invite her. There are no good memories that I have of her, so why bother bringing her to my wedding? Why did you even ask me that question?
Well, it's just... The man that May's older sister married still seems to have something going on with Jen and all, and that's pissed May off quite a bit now.
What? May's older sister? I remember her. Back when I was kind of a friend of Jen's, we'd always go over to May's house, and her sister would take us out in her care whenever she had the chance. Is that really who you're talking about? And Jen is really messing around with her husband now.
That's what it seems like. I'm not sure what's been going on with Jen for the past 2 years, but it seems she's evolved into messing with people's husbands now. Maybe it's because everyone our age isn't bothering with her anymore, so she's gone after someone older?
What? Are you sure? But that man's married now, right? To May's older sister. Doesn't she know she's going to get in a lot of trouble for doing that?
That's a very good point. That's why currently May and them are working on a plan to expose Jen and all that. May isn't all too sure what could happen to Jen after, but she needs to try.
I'm sure May doesn't even want to meet with Jen anymore. I'm sure that if Jen and her were to talk ever again, Jen would just laugh in her face about all of it.
I'm not so sure she would, though. I know that Jen is a total idiot and a jerk, but she knows that what she's doing has to be insane. Especially when it's her friend's older sister's husband she's getting with.
I see. Jen's really the worst person I've ever had the chance of knowing. Kinda regret ever having anything to do with her back in the day when we were kind of like friends.
Well, before she started to become interested in men, she was a pretty fun girl that was a little bit weird. Although sometimes when there were other guys around at parties and stuff, she would start getting a little carried away.
Yeah, I remember all that. Well, let me know that Jen is not invited to the wedding, so it's a safe place for her to come.
Are you crazy, Nova? What did you think you were doing, not sending one of your friends an invite to your wedding? I had to ask around for all the details so that I could make it here today, so be thankful for that, all right?
Jen, what are you talking about?
I'm talking about your wedding, Nova. I just got to the wedding venue a second ago. I heard through the grapevine that today would be your special day, thankfully. But come on, what are you doing, woman?
What? I never invited you to my wedding, though. Wait, did you actually come all the way out here today?
What? What do you mean by that? Are you saying that it wasn't just some mistake on your part?
It wasn't a mistake. I never invited you to my wedding because I didn't want to. So why did you come here?
Well, I'm here because I wanted to celebrate your wedding today. What's going on here, Nova? You and I are really close to one another, right?
Do you really think something like that? I really hope that I've just gone mad and didn't actually hear you say that. Because you and I aren't close to one another anymore. If anything, we're pretty far from close now.
Huh? Wait. You and I always played together in the past, right? Well, once I got my first boyfriend, though, I was always with him and sort of started to forget about you and everyone else. Are you pouting about something like that right now?
So that's what you thought then.
And another thing, why didn't you ever get around to introducing me to your fiancé before today? I actually didn't hear anything from you about finding a man and getting engaged to him.
I had no reason to ever introduce you to him. I bet if I were to have introduced you to him, you would have tried to lay one of your nasty fingers on him. You would try to come after him just like you've done with everyone else's boyfriend, right?
You're going on about that stuff too now? I would like you to be thanking me for all of that. I did all that as a way of making sure your guys' men were loyal to all of you and weren't going to try anything funny. I wanted to make sure that they were only interested in you guys and no other women.
You're being very rude right now. What I want to know is why. When you've been going and laying your hands on everyone else's boyfriends, you get all worked up about another woman talking to your man.
That's because they all know he's my boyfriend, yet they come up to him trying to flirt and laying their hands on him, right? You would never forgive another woman for doing that to someone you love, right? It's freaking wrong for women to even think about my boyfriend like that.
Wow. You really are one funny little clown. Anyway, it's time for my wedding now, so I have to go. And as for you, I never invited you here today, so you cannot come in.
Huh? You let me in right now, Nova.
Well, you've chosen the wrong day to come out here. There are people at my wedding that don't want to see your face, so you'll not be allowed in to come join my wedding today.
Even though I came all the way out here for you? You're just going to tell me to turn around and go home now?
Relax, Jen. I've invited some people out here today that would like to meet with you. So you can stick around there and wait for them to come out and talk to you.
You invited other people that'd like to meet me? Who are you talking about? Are they people that I actually know?
They are. They're people you probably know about more than any of us here. People that you might even know way too much about. Those that you shouldn't know anything about, really.
Huh? Who are you talking about, Nova? And they want to talk to me? What are you going on about right now?
We'll just stick around and wait in the front of the venue for them, please. I'm sure they'll come meet you out here very soon.
Hey, what the hell is going on here? Why did May's older sister and her husband come out to meet with me? Because of you, I just had to get an earful from the both of them.
Because of me, huh? I never did anything today. Today is my wedding day and I've been completely focused on that since I've put so much time and money into it. However, once you told me you'd come here, I knew you were up to no good. So how about you shut up now and take responsibility for your terrible actions?
I have no idea why you would have them both come out here to talk with me about all of that. May's older sister is furious with me right now.
Yeah, I'm sure she is right now. That just goes to show you went and did something so bad that you'd get her all riled up like that. By the way, are you beginning to worry a little? What happened to that calm and composed Jen I'm so used to having to listen to?
Shut the hell up. That guy was a married man. Because of that, I'm being asked to pay May's sister a settlement.
Oh, is that right? Well, that's just too bad. But completely understandable, right? After all, you went and hurt somebody really badly. And as far as I'm aware, hurting someone is a crime when it's done on purpose.
But it's his fault for coming on to me like that and asking me to come to him. So why am I the only one being asked to pay a settlement like that now? That's because you're not married right now, correct?
I'm sure if you were also married, May's sister would also feel a little bit different about things. And your husband would have wanted to make May's husband pay a settlement as well. But you're not married to anyone, so the only person that's going to have to pay up right now is you. If May's sister was going to divorce her husband, then perhaps she'd ask the both of you for a settlement, but who knows right now. Now you're going to have to pay up for what you've done since you went and hurt that couple.
Why are you not siding with me right now about all of this? You and I are friends, right? Right? Right now it feels like you're stabbing me in the back, which is so horrible of you.
Stabbing you in the back? I'm pretty sure it's been you stabbing everyone else in the back. How much longer are you going to try and act like a hero, you bitch? Don't freaking tell me you've forgotten about the whole incident where you went and laid your hands on my ex and forced us to break up. Tell me right now who the backstabber was, then, asshole.
I totally forgot about what happened back then. And back then it was your boyfriend who had come on to me at that bar. Why am I being blamed for what happened back then?
Him and I broke up completely after that. And then I went and cut ties to the both of you. From all the experience I've ever had with you and from all the stories I've ever heard from everyone else, whenever you're around, you bring everyone else pain. That's how much of a jerk you are. And this time you went for someone's older sister's husband? Was laying your hands on all your friends' boyfriends not enough for you or something? There has to be a limit to just how rotten and screwed up your ways of thinking really are.
But once I spoke to them just a little bit, they came right to me and called me cute and sexy, which made me feel so happy. I thought it was always so nice getting all those compliments from them.
That's the problem right there, isn't it? It's already pretty messed up of you to make moves on people's boyfriends just so they'll give you attention. But now you've gone and really done it by making a move on someone else's husband. I know I was saying that May's sister wouldn't be getting a settlement from her husband, but I'm not too sure about that. Because they look like they want a divorce now. If the divorce happens, are you going to be marrying her ex-husband then?
Of course not. I don't want to have someone's leftovers. I only wanted to put my hands on him because he was another woman's man.
I see. Well, I have nothing to do with all of that now, so who cares what you really are thinking? And what you plan to do next?
You do have something to do with all of this, though. Your best friend is in huge trouble right now and needs your help, right? This is all because of your frickin' wedding. Do something about this right now. Go and calm that whiny woman down for me.
I told you already, you're not my best friend. You're not even a friend to me. What else do you want me to do to explain that to you here? Is it really that hard for you to understand my text or something? The fact that you've laid your hands on so many men now that you do not belong to should land you in a perfect spot in hell.
Are you being serious about that? But you and we've been best friends this whole time, right?
Are you freaking kidding me, you jerk? No dang friend of mine would ever lay their hands on another friend of theirs' boyfriend. Now shut the hell up, pay off that settlement, and get lost, you freak.
Don't say things like that, Nova. To tell you the truth, right now I have a fiancé myself. We've both been working on our wedding and have even sent out our invitations to everyone. And pretty soon here, you should be getting that invitation to our wedding as well.
What? You did all of this when you yourself have a fiancé? What the hell happened? Are you mentally sick with something that makes you feel as though your own boyfriend or fiancé or whatever isn't enough for you? So the only way to help yourself feel better is to lay your hands on everyone else's men? Well, just to forewarn you, I'm not coming to your freaking wedding.
No way. But I never thought that it would even be a choice for you to come or not because you'd have to come. And of course, I made sure to invite people like May and Ellie as well. If you all don't show up for my wedding, then it's going to look like I have no friends.
Listen here. About that wedding of yours, do you really think it's going to happen now after what you've done?
That's why I've been saying I'm in big trouble being asked to pay a settlement like that. I can't pay for any of that, so I need your help. And if my fiancé finds out about any of this, then he's going to be even more upset with me than May's sister.
Is that right? Well, I'm not interested in any of that, so that's all your problem. So try your best not to screw up anymore.
Don't say things like that about me. All right, I get it. I will apologize for everything I ever did. I promise you that I'll never lay a finger on your husband or anyone else's man from here on out. So please, could you lend me just a little bit of money so that I can pay off this settlement?
Huh? Did you hit your head on something hard just then? Why do you think that I should ever have to listen to you asking for money from me? Well, since this is how you still view things between us, then let me tell you this. From now on, I'm completely done with you. Consider this our ties being freaking cut.
Please, don't say that, Nova. I literally didn't think that things would turn into this today. Please, Nova, help me.
You really thought that you were going to be able to come all the way out to my wedding today, which I never even invited you to. I'm never going to even look at your texts or anything anymore, so leave me alone. Now you go and pay that settlement off and pray to God that your fiancé doesn't dump you here soon. And hopefully during these next few months you experience some of the hardest weeks of your life and perhaps even learn how to not be a freaking bitch. After that, Jen was forced to pay off the settlement to May's older sister, and on top of that, her fiancé found out about what had happened with her and left her. To make matters even worse for Jen, her now ex-fiancé was asking for a settlement from her as well, as for her to pay the cost of the wedding that was going to be cancelled now. That left Jen with no other choice but to work as many hours as she could each week, leaving her with zero time to lay her hands on any men. I took this chance along with May and Ellie to block Jen's phone number and everything else we knew on her. We plan to never see or talk to her again, so from now on, we're hoping our lives become a whole lot more peaceful again. Let me just say, the thought of never having to deal with her ever again has already made things so much quieter. Jen was left realizing that she didn't have any friends left and started to think again and again about doing all of those things to other women's men as such a bad thing. And as reality started to slowly close in on her, that she was in fact ruining everyone else's life by doing all that, it was far too late for her to accept the hell she now has to live in. And as we all like to say, this is exactly what she gets for being such a rotten woman. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you in the next story.
Flora, you're older than me, and yet you're still not married. It's quite something, isn't it? I mean, at your age, isn't it starting to get a bit concerning? Goldie, what do you mean by that? I'm not exactly rushing into marriage or anything. It's not like it's something to be worried about. Come on, you're at that age now. Do you really not understand? My husband is the eldest son, and there's a lot of pressure on me because of that, you know. You have to think about these things too. It really matters. Well, I don't feel pressured at all. My parents don't have those old-fashioned expectations. Sure, there might be some excitement since I'm the first grandchild, but it's not something you need to worry about too much. It's not like anyone's putting pressure on you about it. Oh, I definitely feel it, even if you don't say anything. I mean, I'm the one who came into this family, right? And I'm the first grandchild, while my husband has 2 older sisters who aren't married yet. That's a bit unexpected for me, too. I understand, but marriage is such a personal matter. Even though I'm your sister-in-law, it's not really something you should be discussing with me. So, are your parents okay with that? What if my children ended up being the only grandchildren? Well, I can't completely rule that possibility out, but really, it's not something you need to worry so much about. No, I'm definitely going to be worried about it, because once the baby I'm carrying is born, there's a good chance they'll expect me to have another one right after, right? That's honestly too much for me to handle. It's going to be fine. If that happens, we can talk about it then. But come on, this is the first grandchild. There's going to be a celebration for the birth, isn't there? After all, since I got pregnant, our expenses have skyrocketed, and after the birth, it's going to cost even more money. So, yes, I am absolutely expecting a big celebration. Wait, are you seriously saying that? I mean, I understand that pregnancy and childbirth cost money, but especially since I'm having a boy. If I don't get a lavish celebration, I might just lose it. I'm risking my life to bring this baby into the world. And to be honest, I didn't even want kids in the first place, but since your brother wanted children, here we are. I get that, but well, I know that my in-laws don't seem to have a lot of money, so it's probably going to be difficult to expect much from them. Still, please don't send anything useless. If it's trash, I'll just throw it away. Yes, I understand already. I'm currently experiencing postpartum depression, so I really don't want to see anyone from my in-laws right now. Please don't contact me. What? Are you really okay with that? I mean, is it really fine to shut everyone out like that? I'm fine, but it would be incredibly annoying if they just showed up at my house unannounced, so please don't come over, okay? Well, that's really all I wanted to say. I see, but I can't help but worry a little. I mean, I've only been able to see the baby once so far. I mean, it seems like my mother is trying her best not to bring it up too much, but I think she would appreciate having more opportunities to spend time with her grandchild. Once things settle down a bit, it would be nice if we could all meet up again. I'll think about it. Right now, my parents are completely focused on taking care of the baby, and I don't want to impose any more than necessary. Oh, I understand. If you ever need help, just let us know. We're more than willing to come by and lend a hand if you need it. Honestly, I'd prefer if you didn't feel the need to do that. It's a really complicated situation right now, and I'm just exhausted from everything. It's like the English language is failing me, and I just don't want to deal with it anymore. It's all so overwhelming. That's not what I meant at all. I also sent you a congratulatory gift for the baby the other day. Did you receive it? I thought it would be better not to ring the doorbell when I passed by your house, so I left it on your parking area instead. I did receive your gift, but honestly, it looked so cheap. I ended up throwing it all in the trash. Seriously, I need something better than that. What? Are you serious? You threw it all away? Of course. What's with the handmade diaper tower? It's so tacky that I couldn't stop laughing. It's been ages since I've laughed like that, especially after giving birth. Wait, I worked really hard with my mom to make that for you. And also, what about the $30,000 gift? Huh? What do you mean by that? Inside the diaper tower, I wrapped up the $30,000 gift from my mom and me. You did notice that, right? What? No way. Are you serious? That's exactly what I want to know. Did you really throw it away? That's impossible. If that was the case, you should have mentioned it in the letter. This is the worst. Of course I threw it away. Wow. Oh, this is unbelievable. It was even written in the letter I attached. You really did this. Go get it back right now. I'm out right now. You know what? I'll contact my parents to go and get it. Wait, you're out this late? I'm going to contact my brother right now. It would be faster if you reach out to him, right? I mean, I know you need to tell your parents too, but still. No, wait, the gift was sent to me, right? That means I have to receive it. Huh? But it's also a good idea to let your brother know. I thought it was strange that I hadn't heard anything yet, so I asked you first. Oh, whatever. I'll just send my parents to get it. Seriously, please stop being so attached to your brother. I have enough on my plate right now, so this is all I can handle. Hey, wait a minute. Make sure you talk to my brother properly, okay? I don't want any misunderstandings. It's really important that you communicate everything clearly, especially now that you've had the baby. You don't want any issues arising from this, do you?
I found it! It was still there! I'm so relieved I found it in time. But seriously, she threw it out regardless of the garbage collection days or anything. What on earth is she thinking? This is such a hassle. I'm so sorry about this.
You found it? Oh, that's great. I'm really glad you contacted me right away. But wait, you were home taking care of the baby, right? Then why did you insist on calling your parents instead of me? It would have been much quicker to reach out to me.
I didn't want you to take my money. I knew if I told you, you'd just put it in the baby's savings account, and I wanted to use it all myself.
Oh, is that what it was? I figured something was off when I saw how you were acting.
Yeah, that's exactly it. I think there's something you're hiding from me.
Hiding? Like what? By the way, are you out right now? Are you out having fun?
Yeah, it seems that way. She sometimes goes out like this. Before, she was staying with her parents taking care of the baby. I'm not entirely sure why, but ever since I started taking parental leave and stayed home with the baby, she's started going out alone now and then.
Oh, really? Well, the way you say that makes it sound like you've been thinking she might have been going out more when she was at your parents' place, right?
Yeah, there's a good chance of that. I don't think it's a bad thing to go out occasionally. Just because she's a mother doesn't mean she has to be glued to the baby all the time. I'm here, and so are her parents. We can all share the parenting responsibilities. Taking a breather is important too, I believe. But the issue is how she's spending her time out.
What do you mean by that?
She often comes home drunk in the morning after a night out. It seems she's been drinking with her friends from college. She comes home completely wasted and then just sleeps all day. I don't mind her going out, but she's a stay-at-home mom after all. I worry about what will happen when my parental leave ends. Will she be able to handle the housework properly again? It's a bit concerning.
Oh, I see. You guys had a bit of a rushed marriage, huh? So you didn't really know about her true nature before tying the knot?
Well, I guess that's about right. I think I fell into her trap more than I'd like to admit. We were supposed to be practicing safe sex, but then she ended up getting pregnant. I really don't mind because children are a blessing, but still. She got pregnant before we were married, and then she quit her job right away. It feels like I've been tricked, honestly.
Wow, so you were aware of that, huh? We all kind of thought the same thing. But if you're saying you're happy with it, then that's great, right? Mom and I talked about that too.
Is that so?
It's possible that with the baby finally here, she's just feeling overwhelmed with excitement and letting loose a bit too much.
Yeah, that could be it. So I've been doing a lot of the housework while she's out, you know? I've become quite good at cleaning. I honestly think the place is cleaner now than when she does it.
Well, kudos to you for that, but don't forget to thank your wife. After all, she's the one maintaining the home. Even if she's not great at housework, you still need to appreciate her for keeping your life running smoothly.
I get that, but, Flora, I have a favor to ask you.
What is it?
Could you keep the fact that I found the $30,000 a secret from her?
Wait, why?
If she knows, I think she'd just blow it all on herself. She has this habit of spending money really fast. I mean, I get that going out drinking costs money, but if I give her cash, it might turn into a disaster. I want to save it for the baby's future. Also, I've been a bit concerned about something.
Really? What's been going on?
Well, I'll tell you once I'm sure about it, but there's a possibility that she might be betraying me.
What do you mean by that?
I have this gut feeling that she's hiding something from me, and I can't shake it off. She's been acting weird lately, and I can't quite put my finger on it.
You think she's being unfaithful?
I don't know yet. That's why I'm keeping an eye on things. It just feels like she's changed since the baby was born, you know? It's like she's become more carefree and distant. I understand that having a baby can change a person, but I can't help but feel suspicious about her late nights out.
Wow, that sounds intense. Have you talked to her about this at all?
I've tried, but she just brushes it off like I'm overreacting. She says I should trust her and that she's just having some time for herself. I want her to have her freedom, but I also think it's crucial for us to be honest with each other.
Yeah, for sure. Trust is key in a relationship. If you can't talk about these things, it's going to build up and cause bigger issues down the line.
Exactly, and I really don't want to jump to any conclusions, but my instincts are telling me something isn't right. I just wish I could get through to her and make her understand how serious this is for me.
Well, have you thought about sitting her down and having a heartfelt conversation when she's sober? Sometimes people don't realize the impact of their actions until they really think about it.
I've been thinking about it, but every time I try to bring it up, she gets defensive and changes the subject. It's frustrating. I don't want to start a fight, but I need her to know how I feel.
I totally get that. Maybe if you approach it from a place of concern instead of accusation, she might be more open to listening.
That's a good point. I should focus on how I feel and not make her feel attacked. I'll try to find a calm moment to talk to her about it. Thanks for the advice.
Of course, just remember it's okay to express your feelings, but it's also important to be patient. Relationships take work, and sometimes things just need time to settle down.
Yeah, you're right. I'll keep that in mind. Thanks for being here for me, Flora. It means a lot.
Anytime. We're siblings, and I'll always have your back. Just keep me updated on how things go with her, okay?
Absolutely. I'll let you know what happens. Hopefully we can get this sorted out soon.
Yeah, I'm rooting for you. Just keep communication open, and I'm sure you'll find a way to work through it together. Flora, why did you lie? That $30,000, didn't Eric recover it? Why did you keep quiet about it? Oh, that issue? What? Did Eric finally say something to you? I hope you didn't make a scene or anything. This is the worst. If I had that money, none of this would have happened. It's completely unfair. What do you mean by none of this? My husband just said he wants a divorce. He's done with this marriage. But if we had that $30,000, this wouldn't have happened. I could have paid off our debts and fixed everything. Well, that was something you threw away, wasn't it? You should think of it as something that never existed in the first place. Also, those are not words you should say to someone who gave you $30,000. That's pretty rude, don't you think? Because! Why did you hide it in a diaper tower like some childish trick? You knew how important that money was. How rude. I thought you would enjoy it as a surprise. I didn't make the diaper tower with the expectation it would be thrown away. That would be silly. I genuinely wanted to create a fun moment for you. But you said you'd have my parents come pick it up, right? So why did you contact my brother instead? I thought it was strange from the beginning that you wanted to involve your parents. You should have just told me directly. Then I got a call from my brother and everything clicked. I never imagined you would go out drinking with your old circle members while secretly spending a fortune on a host. What were you thinking? Well, that's because it's not like I had a choice. I mean, it's my ultimate form of relaxation. It's my favorite idle activities. You can't just take that away from me. I'm not denying that relaxation or idle activities are important, but you need to do those things within a budget. You can't just lie to your husband just to go out, and now you've ended up with all this debt. This is a serious issue. You wanted the $30,000 from the congratulatory money to pay off this debt, didn't you? Well, I needed money to support him. So it can't be helped. You don't understand how hard it is to be a mother and not have any outlet. If you need the money, then work and save it up to pay it off yourself. Don't rely on other people's money. And to think you wanted to use the $30,000 that was supposed to be a congratulatory gift. Is that really something a parent would do? It's irresponsible. Shut up! You say whatever you want as long as I stay quiet. If you had just given me the $30,000, this would have been resolved. But your brother found out about it first and deposited the entire amount into the child's savings. You're directing your resentment at the wrong target. If that's the case, then get the money from your parents to pay it off. They should help you out if they care about you. We've been poor for generations. That's why my parents were counting on my husband's income. And now I'm being told there's going to be a divorce. Take responsibility. This isn't fair. Shut up. Just stop already. I can't listen to this anymore. What did you just say? While you've been slacking off on parenting and wasting money drinking until the morning, your husband has been home alone doing everything. He's been desperately doing the housework and cleaning, and he found your IOU while doing so. He saw that paper hidden deep down and decided your spending habits were abnormal. So he hired a detective to gather all the evidence, didn't he? Wait, was it really that far gone? He hired a detective? Did you think no one knew? This is all the result of your own actions. Sure, there's no rule that says you can't have fun just because you're a mother. But while you were doing nothing, your brother was working tirelessly without rest, and while you were carelessly accumulating debt, he was growing tired from taking care of the child. And don't you dare blame your divorce on someone else just because you couldn't find the congratulatory money that was given to you. But if I had that $30,000, I could have paid back the money and none of this would have been a problem. If you had done that, you would have just gotten carried away and racked up even more debt. A person like you needs to experience pain firsthand to learn. It's the only way you'll understand the consequences of your actions. Wait, I get it. I won't go to the host anymore. I won't borrow money anymore. So please just help me this once. 30,000, no, even 20,000 would be fine. I'll be grateful for any amount you can spare. Look, we're not rich either. It's not an amount that just magically appears when you wish for it. We're also desperately gathering every penny to make ends meet. Just like you said, I don't have a boyfriend, nor am I planning to have children. Given the way things are going, the chances of me getting married and having kids are slim. So the money I spent was entrusted to your children's future. I don't want to waste it on your irresponsible choices. But if I get divorced like this, that child will be left without a father. Don't you see that? I need to be there for my child. What are you talking about? Of course the father will get custody. He's the responsible one. A debt-ridden woman who thoughtlessly tries to use her child's money while being a stay-at-home mom without a job is in no position to raise a child. You need to face the reality of your situation. That's true, but let me ask you this. Can you raise a child under these circumstances? You have to pay for your living expenses and child support, and now you'll also have to pay your husband alimony. How do you plan on doing that? Alimony? But I don't have that kind of money. How can I possibly afford that? Of course, that's impossible. You've had physical relationships with other men behind your husband's back multiple times. That's a serious betrayal, and you'll have to face the consequences. He has every right to demand alimony. Please, I am begging you, talk to Eric. I was a stay-at-home mom, and I was happy. I can't work after a divorce. I don't know how to make it on my own. Don't act like a stay-at-home mom even when you can't handle basic household chores or childcare. Of course you were happy because you had the freedom to play, but you crossed the line. You can't just ignore your responsibilities. I'm sorry. I promise I'll never do this again. I'll be a proper mother. I've learned my lesson. So please, just this once, forgive me. If I can just pay back the debt, everything will be okay. Then pay what you owe and start over. Your trust is already sunk down there. Don't think you can be forgiven with such light words. Reflect on your selfish actions and suffer in hell for the rest of your life, you worthless woman. You think it's that easy to just move on? Please, I'll change, I promise. I can't lose my child. I'll do anything. You don't get it, do you? Your words mean nothing now. You've lost the right to be trusted, and it'll take more than just promises to regain it. You have to face the consequences of your actions. Your husband deserves better, and so does your child. You need to take responsibility. I know I messed up, but please, I don't want to lose my family. Can't you see how hard this is for me? I didn't mean for any of this to happen. You think you can just brush everything under the rug because you're feeling sorry for yourself? It doesn't work that way. You need to be held accountable. You need to make real changes, not just empty promises. Show that you can be a responsible adult. I promise I'll get a job. I'll do anything. Just help me get through this, please. Talk is cheap. You need to prove it with actions. Your husband's at his limit and you're running out of time. If you want to turn things around, you better start showing real commitment to change and being a better mother. I will, I swear. Just give me one more chance. I'll show you I can do it. Make sure you mean it, or you'll find yourself in an even worse situation than you're in now. Remember, you're not just risking your own future, you're jeopardizing your child's as well. Please, I don't want to think about that. I just want to make things right. I want to fix this and be a good mother. Then start by being honest with yourself and those around you. No more lies, no more hiding. If you want a chance at redemption, you'll have to be willing to fight for it every single day. I understand. I really do. I'll just do whatever it takes. Just don't give up on me yet. Well, it's too late to ask for that now because every single one of us has given up on you now. I hope that you have fun rotting in hell for all that you've done to us. Goldie was reportedly devastated when my brother firmly informed her of the divorce, breaking down into tears. However, it seems that my brother had completely lost all feelings for her, leading to the divorce proceeding without any further hesitation. The emotional impact of such a revelation can be immense, especially when a relationship that once held promise crumbles so suddenly. Under the guidance of a private investigator who advised him to be thorough, my brother had secretly installed hidden cameras during their discussions. This allowed him to capture the moments when Goldie, consumed by anger and frustration, attempted to lash out at their child. The recordings became crucial evidence in the divorce proceedings, revealing the true nature of her behavior when confronted. It's chilling to think about how a moment of anger can lead to such devastating consequences, not just for Goldie, but for the child caught in the middle. Following the divorce, Goldie lost her rights to see her child, and she would never be around to meet them again. The emotional toll of the situation must have been immense for her, but at the same time, it feels almost like poetic justice, considering her previous actions. The loss of her child would be a permanent scar on her heart, serving as a constant reminder of her decisions and their fallout. Now, buried with debt, alimony, and the necessity of earning a living, Goldie reluctantly found part-time work. Every day she struggles to make ends meet, and honestly, it's hard not to feel a sense of schadenfreude in this situation. Her previous lifestyle, filled with careless spending and reckless choices, has turned into a harsh reality. She now has to wake up early each morning, facing the drudgery of her new life. Each day serves as a reminder of what she lost, and it must be excruciating to see the stark contrast between her former life and her current one. She once enjoyed a life of leisure, filled with social outings and extravagant expenses, and now she is scraping by, barely able to pay her bills. The transformation from a life of luxury to one of financial strain illustrates the consequences of her actions. Goldie's transition from the carefree existence to the struggles of a working single mother highlights the impact of her previous choices. In the past, she may have taken her brother's support for granted, believing that she could continue living her life without consequences. But now, reality's hit hard, and every hour she spends at her part-time job serves as a reminder of the choices she's made and their repercussions. My brother, on the other hand, seems to be moving on with his life. Free from the chaos and drama that Goldie brought into his life, he can focus on his child without the burdens that Goldie represented. This newfound freedom must feel like a weight lifted off his shoulders, allowing him to finally breathe and find joy in parenting, without the stress of an unstable partnership. The contrast between their current situations could not be more stark, as Goldie finds herself in a self-imposed prison of regret while her brother flourishes. Goldie's current situation also forces her to reflect on her priorities and the choices that led her to this point. The debt that she accrued, possibly to fund her previous lifestyle, now looms over her like a dark cloud. Every moment spent at work is not just about earning a paycheck, it's about trying to repay her past mistakes and the consequences of her actions. The pressure to make ends meet while managing her financial obligations is a daily burden that weighs heavily on her shoulders. She may find herself daydreaming about what could have been, contemplating how different things might be if she had made better choices. The longing to see her child again might haunt her, knowing that her actions directly led to her current circumstances. The realization of what she lost may bring moments of deep sadness and regret, forcing her to confront the gravity of her decisions. As she navigates her new life, Goldie will likely encounter challenges that push her to her limits. Balancing work and life without the support she once had will be a daunting task. She might have to rely on friends or acquaintances for help, something that she may not have been used to before. This reliance on others could bring about feelings of vulnerability and insecurity as she comes to terms with her new reality. Her interactions with others will also change. She may find it difficult to relate to those who still live the life she once had. The envy and resentment she might feel towards them could lead to feelings of isolation. She may struggle to connect with those who don't understand her plight, further exasperating her sense of loss and grief over what she used to have. In the midst of this struggle, there may be moments of clarity for Goldie. These moments might help her realize the true cost of her decisions and the importance of responsibility and accountability. She might begin to understand the value of hard work, the importance of financial stability, and the love that comes with being a parent, something she took for granted. Eventually, Goldie may find a way to rebuild her life, whether it's through new friendships, personal growth, or professional development. She may start to carve out a new identity separate from the mistakes of her past. This journey towards self-improvement could be transformative, allowing her to redefine her purpose and goals in life. Yet the scars of her past will remain, serving as constant reminders of what she lost and what she must overcome. Her journey towards redemption may be long and arduous, filled with obstacles and setbacks, but it will also provide opportunities for growth and learning. Goldie's story serves as a cautionary tale about the consequences of neglecting one's responsibilities, illustrating that one's choices can profoundly affect the lives of those around them. It highlights the importance of being accountable for one's actions and the impact those actions can have on family and relationships. In the end, Goldie's path to recovery may lead her to a deeper understanding of herself, her values, and the importance of cherishing her family.
Hey, Shirley. Is now a good time to talk? I'm really sorry to pry, but I just feel like I kind of have to ask. Why were you eating out of a dog bowl earlier? Is there something going on that I should know about? I see that. I was just kind of surprised to see that.
Oh no. Did you really see me doing that? Oh, that is so embarrassing. I am so sorry that you had to see something so strange. I hope it didn't put you off too much.
No, sorry. I'm not asking because I was upset by it or anything like that. I guess I just wanted to know why it is that you were doing that. I mean, is there a reason why you were eating out of a dog bowl? Is that something you do often around here?
Oh, Oh, don't worry. It's totally fine. There is nothing to worry about when it comes to that at all. It's just a little something I do now and then, but it really is nothing to worry about in the slightest.
I'm sorry, you just enjoy eating your meals out of a doggy bowl? Is that really what's going on around here? Because if that's the truth, then I really don't care what you do as long as it's safe and you enjoy it, of course. But if that's the truth, then I don't see why you would want to hide it. I mean, when you're eating out of there, you look like you didn't want anyone else to see what you were doing at all, you know?
You got me there. I was just lying about doing it now and then. I don't even know why I said that to begin with. But the thing is that I just broke some plates and there weren't any more in the house. So since I broke the plates, I told everyone that I wouldn't mind having to take my meal out of the doggy bowl, like you saw.
I see, but that's the other thing. My family doesn't own a pet at all. So I don't even understand why they would own a doggy bowl to begin with. Shelly, please. I'm really not mad or anything like that, but would you just please tell me what exactly is going on here?
Okay, I guess I have no choice but to be honest with you. I'm eating out of a dog bowl because your mom asked me to. Well, more like ordered me to.
Wait, what? You're trying to tell me that my mom is forcing you to eat out of a dog bowl? Is that really true?
No, wait, forget I said that. I didn't mean that at all. I swear, please, just forget everything that I've said about this whole thing. Let's just drop this and never ever bring it up again. After all, this is the first time that you've been back home for something like 3 years, right? I really would rather that you relax and not have to worry about my problems.
Shelly, please, just wait 1 second. I mean, do you really think that I'm going to be able to enjoy my time here at all knowing that something like this is going on? Please, you can talk to me. You can trust me, okay? I just want you to tell me what it is that my mom has told you to do.
Well, if I tell you what's been going on around here, do you promise not to tell another soul? I mean it, you can't tell anyone else at all what I'm about to tell you. Do you understand me, Charles?
Of course, you have my word that I'm not going to mention any of this to anyone else. Now, can you please just tell me what the heck is going on around here?
It's true. What I said about your mom ordering me to eat my meals out of a dog bowl is all true. And honestly, I'm not sure how much more of this I'm going to be able to take.
Shelly, I'm so sorry that you had to go through all this. What in the world happened between you and my mom that would make her want to treat you like this?
There's been a lot that's happened between us, actually. It's all been so much, though. It's almost hard to remember. At first, it wasn't this bad, though. She would complain about my cooking and start throwing away my food. Then she even started throwing away my belongings that she said were useless and taking up space around the house. She even threw away all my makeup. She told me that if I had time to be putting on makeup, then I should have time to clean around the house. But I had so many nice products.
I don't know what to say. Shelly, I am so sorry. This is all just so horrible to hear. What makes it even worse is that I don't think anyone has a clue about any of this.
But it isn't all your mom's fault, so please don't think that. It's almost my fault. It's my fault for being such an idiot. And you know how much of a perfectionist your mom is. So anytime I made a mistake, she would always let me know that I was wrong right away. But over time, she would do with the insults and put downs, and it just got worse.
Shelly, please. Shelly, please. You can't blame yourself for any of this. Everybody makes mistakes. And even if you do feel like you need to make up for them somehow, what my mom is doing to you just isn't right. You aren't dumb, and you don't need to be perfect. You're human just like we all are, and you deserve respect. But what I really want to know is if my brother Quinn is doing anything about this.
I actually haven't told Quinn that any of this is going on. And your mom is always so kind to me whenever there are other people around. But I know that her anger is just building up inside of her. I can see it in her eyes. The way she looks at me when no one else is. I can see the hate she has for me. Although now that I think about it, I think that your mom really started to get about all of this after your father passed away.
I see, but are you saying that that means that my mom has been treating you in the way that you described to me just now ever since my dad died?
That's right. But I guess that means that it's been about as long as you've been out of the house, hasn't it? Although I guess it really does make sense. After all, when that happened, the time that I was spending alone with your mom at home increased by a lot.
I know I should have been coming home more often to check in on everyone. I'm so sorry that you've been dealing with all of this, Shelly. I'm even more sorry that I didn't notice so I could put a stop to it.
Please don't blame yourself for any of this, Charles. It really isn't your fault at all. I wasn't trying to make you feel bad for what's been going on with me. Now look at what I've gone and done. I've made you feel guilty about something that you have nothing to do with.
Shelly, you really are too nice, but did you realize that? I think it might do you some good to be just a bit more mean or angry from time to time. I mean, if everything that you've told me is true, that means that my mom has been treating you like this for the last 3 years.
Has it really only been 3 years? I don't believe it. It feels like it's been much, much longer than that. But I still don't get it when I think about it. I mean, your mom was such a nice lady when the two of us first met. I think that's part of the reason why I blame myself so much for what's going on. I just assume that whatever caused the change in your mom must have been something to do with me.
I know what you mean. I've noticed things changing for my mom as well. I've noticed her attitude getting worse and worse. But still, I just never thought in a million years that my mom would get this bad. I mean, I don't care what's happened between the two of you. To make you do something like eat out of a dog bowl is just unacceptable.
I know, but I'm trying to tell you that it's really not as bad as it seems. I mean, I love dogs. I really, really do.
Shelly, I think you and I both know that that is not the problem here. But I will say that I really admire the brave face that you're putting on in spite of all this. I mean, to have been subjected to this kind of treatment by your own mother-in-law?
Well, anyways, just remember the promise that you made to me, okay? You promised me that you wouldn't tell anyone at all about this, remember?
Yes, I know. You won't have to worry about this at all, but I'm going to have to talk to my mom about this, of course. I mean, I know that you don't want this to continue, right? You can't actually be happy living this way.
Well, I'll admit that it's not fun. It's actually really, really hard.
I mean, I'm sure that it is. And you don't deserve to be treated like this. So please just leave everything to me. I'm going to make sure that something like the things that you've been going through never ever happen to you again.
Charles, thank you so much. For everything. I mean it.
Hey, Mom, are you there? I was wondering if you wouldn't mind chatting with me for a bit here. There were a few things I'd like to talk to you about, if that's all right.
Oh, Charles. You know, I'm so happy that you're finally home. It really has been so long since I've had my little boy back here. So, of course, we can talk. Let's talk about whatever you want to talk about.
I'm glad that you said that, Mom, because I kind of want to talk about Shelly. I was just curious what you think of her.
You want to know what I think about Shelly? Well, why would you want to know something like that?
Well, I guess I just wanted to make sure that the two of you are getting along okay. I mean, have there been any kind of issues between you two? It seems to me like things are going well around here, but you can never really know without asking, right? I guess I'm just asking because I'm thinking about when I'm going to get married, and I just wanted to ask about how living with your daughter-in-law has been going for you.
I see. Well, that makes sense, I suppose. What can I say about Shelly? Well, if I can really be honest with you, I think that she might just be a little slow from time to time. And she can certainly stand to improve her direction following.
Really? Is that how you feel about her? So you think that she doesn't really do a good job of listening to you when you tell her to do things?
I just mean that these things happen. But as we can clearly see, the fault is usually overwhelmingly on the daughter-in-law. But what else can you really expect with how spoiled the younger generations are these days? That's why it's up to the ladies of my generation to whip these young girls into shape and make sure they know how to be good wives for their husbands and good daughters-in-law to us. Although, I suppose, given how sensitive people your age are these days, some people might actually call this bullying.
I see. Well, I guess now I feel I have at least a better sense of how you think about Shelly. Thanks for telling me all of that.
Well, of course, I would never ever hide any secrets from you. Besides, I'm sure that you know what I'm talking about after coming here and interacting with her.
So I guess that means that you would be saying that you've been pretty strict in terms of how you've been interacting with Shelly then?
Of course I have. She's left me with no choice in the matter at all. And as her mother-in-law, I just had to take it upon myself to make sure she flies straight. But now I'm curious, Charles. Has Shelly told you anything about me at all? I just know that she can be such a crybaby sometimes and will tell the craziest fibs about how horrible I am, just to try and get people to feel bad for her.
No, of course not, Mom. Shelly hasn't told me anything bad about you at all. It's just that this is the first time I've been home in I don't know how long. And anyways, I guess I was just a little surprised when I saw that Shelly was eating from a dog bowl the other day. I'm just curious. Did you tell her to do that, or did she choose to do that on her own? What was going on with that?
Of course I was the one who told her that she had to eat out of the dog bowl. You have no idea the lengths that I have gone to try and get that girl to fix her life. But all she does is cry and cry about how unfair her life is. I know that all she's really trying to do is get out of doing things like taking care of the house, like what she is supposed to be doing. So that's why I made her start eating out of the bowl. If she wants to act like an untrained dog, then she'll eat like one until she learns.
Mom, are you for real? Do you really think that is any way to treat another human being?
And just what is that supposed to mean? I've already explained to you that I'm doing what I'm doing in order to make Shelly into an even better person.
So you really think that you're doing all of this for Shelly's sake? If that were true, then why don't you treat Shelly the way that you have been treating her in front of my brother, huh? I mean, I was talking to him a bit about this, and he told me that he had no idea that Shelly was going through any of this. So if you were keeping it from him, it must have been because you didn't want him knowing what you were doing, right?
Of course not. You're getting this all wrong. I just didn't want to give your brother any more to worry about. You know how busy he is with work things all of the time. I just didn't want to take up more of his time with something like this. After all, what matters most is that he's able to concentrate on doing his work.
But I still don't understand. What is it about Shelly that makes you hate her so much? What did she do to you?
Again, Charles, you're getting this all wrong. I never ever said that I hate the girl. The thing is, though, is that she's just a bit dim and she needs someone to tell her how to be the best version of herself that she can be. And she can do that by listening to every little thing that I have to say to her. It really isn't my fault that she's so useless. But I can assure you that I am doing everything in my power to make sure that she doesn't stay that way forever. You should be thanking me for all I'm doing.
So you really think Shelly is useless, Mom? I have to say that I'm really shocked. I just didn't think that you were this kind of person. I mean, you've given so many different excuses about Shelly, but all I'm hearing is that you just plain don't like her. Isn't that right?
And so what? It's my house, and I'm allowed to like or dislike the people that are staying here. After all, she's the one that married my son and moved in with me.
I get that, Mom, but still. Can you really not see just how horrible you've been treating her?
I don't care what you think. I know what's best for her. And I am doing what I am doing for her sake. She has to eat out of a dog bowl until she remembers what it's like to be a good person. But anyways, enough about that dumb girl. You shouldn't be letting her ruin the time that you have being back at home with your family.
I can't do this anymore, Mom. I don't want anything to do with you ever again. As far as I'm concerned, you are not my mom.
What do you mean by that? Are you really going to act this way because of the way I treat some dumb girl who couldn't take orders correctly to save her life?
You know, I really wanted to believe that I wasn't getting the whole picture, that I was missing something that would explain this whole situation and make it all make sense. But I'm afraid that it's just as I feared. Maybe even worse than I feared. But I'm afraid that if this is the way you want to choose to treat people, then I can't call you my mom.
Charles, what in the world are you going on about? I mean, you haven't been home to visit your family in 3 years, and this is the way that you're going to behave? Surely you didn't come all this way back home just to get into a fight with your family, right?
I'm sorry, Mom, but there's nothing to fight about. I know what I need to do now. I've made up my mind. You are not my mother anymore.
Please, Charles, you're just acting ridiculous right now. I mean, what in the world has gotten into you? You used to be such a sweet boy who would always listen to what I said. Are you really going to try and ruin things with your own mom just for this dumb woman?
Why do you have to insult her in every breath that you mention her, Mom? Why can't you just let Shelly live the way that she chooses to live? Why do you have to try and control every bit of her life?
I'm sorry, Charles, but you don't live here and you don't know what it's like sharing a space with her. I am only doing what I have to do in order to keep my house running.
And how in the world does making her eat from a dog bowl accomplish that, huh? What is even the point of that?
It is part of an elaborate system of rewards and punishments that I've set up for Shelly, if you must know.
You mean it goes even bigger than this? You have this whole thing systemized? Now that really is just taking things way too far, Mom. What is the matter with you? Don't you have any shame at all? I'll give you one more chance to own up to the horrible way you've been treating Shelly.
And just what do I even have to own up to? I know that I'm right, and that's the end of it. I don't have anything to own up to or admit because everything I've been doing has been right.
Okay then, Mom. If you're really going to be like this, I think I have to ask you to leave the house.
Excuse me? What do you mean by that? What do you mean leave the house?
I mean that I bought this house, right? It's my name on the deed. Of course, when I did, it was because I wanted to make sure that you would have a place to live when it was clear that Dad wasn't going to make it. But you can't live here if you're going to treat Shelly this way.
Now, hold on just a second. You're not really serious about that, are you? I mean, that's taking things way too far.
The only person taking things too far here is you, Mom. You were acting like some kind of school bully when you should be the adult here. Well, I refuse to support someone who treats another human being the way that you treat Shelly. Now get out.
Wait, no, you can't be doing this to me. I'm your mother.
Oh, don't worry. Neither you nor Quinn are going to be staying here any longer.
What is that supposed to mean? What are you trying to pull here?
I've noticed that Shelly has bruises on her knees and back. I tried to ask her about where those come from one day, and she refused to tell me. Well, I could tell from looking in her eyes that it was as I feared.
So then, you're telling me that you're really going to choose this other woman over your own mother and brother?
I can't believe it. While you were busy psychologically torturing Shelly, you were standing by while Quinn abused her physically.
Oh, please, nobody was torturing or abusing anybody. This whole thing is just getting to be ridiculous.
Except for the fact that I have video evidence of both you and Quinn treating Shelly horribly.
What do you mean? What video? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the fact that I have footage that was recorded in private while you had no idea that you were being watched.
I don't care what you say. I'm still not going to be moving out.
You really are horrible. Do you know that, Mom? I know all about how Shelly is always the first person to get up in the house. First, she has to pack Quinn's lunch for work. Then she makes breakfast for the two of you. After that, you make her do all of the cleaning and all of the washing and cleaning around the house. Then you make her cook your lunch, do the shopping, cook dinner, and fold all the laundry. You've been treating Shelly like a servant, not your daughter-in-law.
For the last time, I'm doing all of that for her sake. Why can't you get that? If I didn't tell her what to do, she would be sitting around on the sofa watching TV all day.
And just what's wrong with taking a day off where that is all you do now and then, huh? Because from what I've heard, Shelly barely has any time to sleep with how busy you're keeping her, and yet you insist that it's all for her sake?
I have had just about enough out of you. You have no idea what it's like to be a mother-in-law. I am the matriarch of this family, and what I say goes.
And so the truth finally comes out. Well, at least we both know how you feel about your role in the family. We'll see how well that goes for you, though.
How could you do this, you horrible, evil woman? How dare you go and tell my son about what's been happening? Don't you realize what you've done? You've gone and ruined my whole family.
Dee, what do you mean? I haven't done anything. I haven't told anyone anything, I swear.
Don't you play stupid with me. I know that you told Charles all about what you and I have been getting up to here. And now, thanks to you, Charles is throwing me out of the house. Do you realize that? Just what are you going to do to fix this?
But I didn't even do anything. I really didn't, I swear.
Oh, please. The least you could have done would be to try and confront me yourself instead of send my son to fight your battles for you. This is exactly why I knew that it was up to me to train you well. But clearly you don't even know the meaning of the word gratitude, or else you wouldn't have done this.
I have had just about enough out of you, Dee.
Excuse me? What did you just say to me? How dare you talk back to me? Don't you realize just how much trouble you're in right now?
Oh, shut up already, won't you? Do you really expect me to be grateful for what you've put me through? You've done nothing but make my life a living hell ever since I moved here.
What? What's going on here? I don't understand. You're not supposed to talk to me like this.
Well, I am. And what are you going to do about it, huh? Did you really think that I wasn't getting angry under the surface this whole time?
No, What do you mean? What has gotten into you?
You know, I don't think that Charles quite understood my point of view about all of this. He seemed to think that I was taking all of this crap from you because I was weak. But that isn't true. I was just hoping that you would burn yourself out of all your bullying. I had hoped that if I put my good foot forward and showed you how eager I was to be a member of this family, that you might change your ways. But I guess my leniency has just the opposite effect on you. I suppose it all does work out in the end, though, considering the fact that you're being evicted.
What are you talking about? Who are you and what have you done with Shelley? This isn't right.
You have no idea the kinds of things I'm capable of. I was just biding my time, subjecting myself to the abuse you and your son poured on me. But really, I was just being thorough in my collection of evidence. I wanted to make sure that there wouldn't be room for any doubt at all.
You mean that you did all this on purpose? This was all part of your plan to get Quinn and I kicked out of our own home?
I wasn't tricking you at all. Like I just said, I only had the patience to let you set yourself up for failure. I knew it was only going to be a matter of time, and I guess that time has finally come for you. And now you and your no-good rotten son are going to end up homeless on the streets. There was no trick, though. Just good old-fashioned patience.
You're horrible. I didn't think that you were like this. You lied to me.
Sorry, shouldn't you and Quinn be packing? I can't imagine that Charles is going to let you stay around here that much longer, right?
I don't believe this. You're really going to go through with this. You're going to kick your own mother out onto the streets? But I still don't get it. How can you choose this ugly, stupid girl over your own family? It doesn't make any sense.
And that's just it, Mom. Unlike you, I don't only see people in the way that they can do things for me. You were nothing but a horrible, manipulative woman to Shelley, and it's clear she needed to be free of you.
But son, surely you must know that I don't have any money. I don't even have a job. What am I supposed to do? Please, we're family. You were supposed to take care of me when I got older, not abandon me like this.
I already told you that I'm not your son, and I don't care what you do. Now, as far as I'm concerned, this is just kicking out a couple of squatters in my house.
You don't really mean that, right? That's horrible.
Don't you dare even start with me about what's horrible and what's not. It's clear to me that you haven't done any reflecting about how awful you've been treating Shelley at all. But to make up for all the horrible things you've been doing to her, I'm going to let her keep this house.
Please, Charles, please don't do this. I promise that we won't ever treat her poorly again.
How about you save all your excuses for the judge? I'm sure that a court is going to pay a lot more attention to what Shelley has to say than what you did. That was the last time that I messaged my mom. After that, I blocked her and everything. I realized that she would only pester me about not punishing her, but she would never admit that what she did was wrong. After that, her and Quinn were forced out of the house. I heard that the two of them moved into a tiny cramped apartment together. I suppose they really couldn't afford a better place after settling out of court with Shelley about all the horrible things that they had put her through. I offered Shelley the house, of course, but she said there were too many painful memories there and decided to sell it instead. It's been a few months since all of that happened. I haven't heard from my mom or brother ever since. As for Shelley, we still keep in touch. I've heard that she has a new boyfriend and he's much more kind and respectful to her than Quinn ever was. Shelley even told me that she was pregnant and asked if I wouldn't mind letting her child call me uncle. I think we both realized that we lost people in our lives that we had thought were precious to us. I'm only happy that Shelley was able to get out of that situation and into a much better one. But I'm very grateful that she still remembers me and keeps me close.